House guest etiquette. An elegant woman always have her home open for guests. It has to be welcoming. It's been a tradition in families of the elite and old money families to always take care of entertaining people in their own places. Coming from a family that is big on entertaining their friends and extended family members, I think those tips are not just coming from my knowledge from the internet, but also coming from what I was taught back home. So let's get started with the tips. First tip is to always have guest slippers. It's customary for people in certain cultures and certain countries to take off their shoes when they enter, especially countries of colder weather and climate, because in those countries, usually you're walking in the rain, you enter a house, you don't want to spoil the floor, so you take off your shoes. It's very, very likely uncomfortable to some people to walk around without their shoes, with their just socks on. So it's customary to have slippers, like the hotel slippers. You can buy these from Euro shops or dollar store very cheaply. Just make sure to buy them in I think they are sold in like small, medium and large X large, so that you can cater to everybody. Also, this shows how of a good guest host you are. So this is my first tip: always have slippers for them. Extra tip to this is to always have a kit wherever guests are. So in the entryway, if you have a place for guests to sit down and take off their shoes. It could be if you live in a small apartment, and trust me, my apartment is not so big. If you live in a small apartment, if you have a small poof or a small chair or a small lounge, anything next to the door where people can sit down, take off their shoes comfortably or put it back on. Next to this place, you can have a box with the slippers in it, or those hangers behind the door. In my case, we have in the entryway a shoe rack where it opens and you can store in it your shoes. And that way, the shoes are always in a place nearby. They can put their shoes on, sit down comfortably. If you also have a place there to hang the coats and a place to hang or put the umbrellas, that is the ultimate entryway for guests. They would feel from the moment they step in, welcome. Second guest tip is to always have things labeled. Okay, small secret. Me and my husband, when we met, something that made me fall in love with him right away was that he owned a labeler. Funny, a label printing machine. Having a labeler where it says home slippers, where the people enter and they find it. In the beauty room where they wash their hands, or bathroom, if they find hand towels labeled in a drawer, it's easy for them to navigate. You don't want to put someone in the position when they are shy to ask you for where is this, where is that? And you can really limit this by having everything at home easily labeled, especially in areas that are entered by guests, like the bathroom, like maybe the kitchen, coffee area and tea. Some guests come to try to help, and that's why it's easy for them to navigate around, because you have like signs that tell you to go from here to there easily. If you want people to follow instructions, you can do that very, very politely. How? In the bathroom, for example, at my home, I have the toilet room. This toilet room is separate from the bathroom. I don't expect that to be the case for everybody. I have a small leaflet that I bought actually with my husband. It's so nice, and it indirectly tells you to, if you run out of toilet paper, change it. If you make the place stinky, make sure to put a refreshener in the bathroom, because sometimes people are so shy. Make sure to keep a toilet brush, because if someone spoils anything, they need to find, excuse me, definitely, it's not like the fun of the funnest topics, but really, you need to think about yourself in situations that maybe you were put in a public bathroom or at a friend's toilet, and you were so shy to ask for certain things. One of these things is the toilet brush. I also keep a bucket so that if at any time someone just blocks the toilet, they could fill that bucket with water and fill it in the toilet right away. So give people options, put instructions that are indirectly and in a funny manner could tell people what they can do when what happens, and keep everything in place. I have a rack of extra toilet paper always in the bathroom. I also have a small box where I keep extra tampons and daily pads for people, hand towels, and a box to throw the hand towels that are used. All of these things really show how much you care and make your home very inviting. Another thing that is also showing how much of a good host you are is to have extras in case of emergencies and you will have a guest staying over. At my place, I have a bang or a poof that is foldable. I have it open all the time next to the door so that people can sit and change their shoes, and inside of it we have an inflatable mattress with bed sheet and cover, so that whenever we have someone who needs to stay over suddenly, we can just get this out and fill it and have it. Also, another thing, this couch behind me, it's from IKEA. It's opening into a full-sized bed, and actually it has a mattress inside of it, so that whenever we have guests, if they need to stay over, they can always do so. Make sure to also label where bed sheets are, extras are. This is always very helpful. Have extra toothbrushes, packaged ones. You don't have to invest in expensive ones. Really, this video is not about you paying a lot of money for any of these things. Just have a good taste, match colors of things. Sometimes this matters so that the whole decor of the place looks consistent, but having stuff like that will make the house feel inviting to people, and people would really enjoy coming to your place. Another thing, some people tell me, and I'm shocked, like, I don't like to invite people over. I live in a small space, and you know what? People also come and stay so long. And I always ask myself, do you know that invitations used to come with a start time and an end time? This is the proper etiquette. If you leave the end time blank, people assume that they can stay with you the whole day. So in order to skip that, my suggestion is to always have a start time and an end time. Tell people, hey guys, I'm inviting you to my place on Thursday. Come from 8 to 11. Or I invite you on Thursday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for game night, for movie night, for dinner, for tea. All of these things, if you say them properly, this is the way you invite people. This is how you can invite people openly and have a set schedule. Just make sure to mention the start and the end time of your request for invitation. The first thing that we do when we have a guest, what is it? You've got it probably right. We ask people what to drink. Probably my favorite way to do it is to bring automatically a glass of water on a platter. Which is number 2, never serve anything to people without platters. I have like a platter collection because platters are so important. They make sure that if anything drops, you're not walking like this and you're not touching the cup at the rim where people will drink. This sometimes, if someone is a germaphobe, will get them crazy, and we're considerate people. So what you do is you bring a serving platter to people. You can buy the small ones for 1 cup, medium ones for 2 cups. Buy a set with different sizes. I don't like sets because I like different styles. So I buy different style ones in different sizes so that I can have a variety, but you don't have to do that. And I also buy them from shops like department stores and Euro stores, because I don't like to invest in such things, but I want to be a good host, and you could always be a good host without like paying a lot of money. So always ask them what to drink. Bring water while asking. So bring water and say, hi, take a sip of water, feel at home. What would you like to drink? And then go bring the drink also on either the same platter or another one. I usually put the serving platter, have a coaster on the side, and then put the drink on top of it. This makes people feel that you are well prepared. Never do these things when you are out of a rush. Sorry, I need to do this, I need to do that. You need to be relaxed. You need to make them feel at home. Otherwise, people will not enjoy staying at your place. And this could be easily how you become a good host. I hope that video was satisfactory to you, and I hope you had some information that you didn't know. Tell me in the comment section down below if you have any extra tips to be a good host. and I will see you in my next video. If you like these videos, please let me know in the comment section down below. Like this video or dislike it if you don't like it, and definitely subscribe for more. I now post videos weekly every Sunday, so I'll see you next week. Bye.